Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're getting into a really wild one from German folklore. It's called Der Gläserne Sarg, the Glass Coffin.
A fantastic story. It's all about transformation, some pretty heavy curses, and, well, incredible luck, really.
Exactly. We've got the sources laid out here, and they tell this amazing story of how a humble journeyman tailor goes from, literally sleeping in a tree to marrying a countess.
Yeah.
So our mission today is to kind of map out this accidental hero's journey. We want to figure out what it took. Was it luck? Courage? Was it just fate pulling the strings?
Well, the sources actually give us a hint right at the start.
Yeah.
They're pretty explicit that for someone like him, poor Taylor, to get these high honors, two things need to happen.
Okay, what are they?
First, he has to show up at the Rechtgeschmeed, the right forge. Basically the right place at the right time.
Ah, the right forge. I like that. It's not about him making his fortune, but being ready when it appears.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the second thing, das ist ihm Glück. He needs luck. As simple as that.
Okay, so place and luck. Let's see how that plays out. How does his story actually begin?
It starts pretty grim, actually. He's a journeyman tailor. He's lost deep in a huge forest. Night's falling.
Not good.
Not good at all. He knows he can't sleep on the ground, wild animals, So what does he do? He climbs, finds a tall oak tree, and scrambles right up into the crown to wait out the night.
And there's this great detail, right? About his iron.
Yes. That's such a brilliant touch. The wind is howling through the treetops, really violent. And the source says he was actually grateful for his heavy tailor's iron, his Bugeleisen. Because he used it like an anchor. He held on to it so he wouldn't get blown right out of the tree.
That's amazing. So his trade literally saves him, even before any magic stuff happens.
Exactly. It grounds him. He's this practical guy, a craftsman stuck in this terrifying spot, but his tool gives him stability.
Okay, so he survives the night clinging to his iron. What happens next? Does he find his way?
Well, after hours out there, he sees a light far off in the distance. Sheer desperation takes over. He climbs down and just heads straight for it.
And he finds
something really strange. A little house, but it's woven entirely out of reeds and rushes, like something out of a fairy tale.
Naturally. And who lives in a house like this?
An old gray-haired man wearing a coat made of colorful rags. Very picturesque.
And friendly, I hope.
Not initially. He's pretty grumpy. Calls the tailor a vagrant, a land stretcher. Tells him to clear off.
Oh, so another obstacle.
Yeah, it feels like another test, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But the tailor doesn't back down. He grabs the old man's coat, pleads his case, apparently very movingly.
Ah, using his wits again.
Exactly. And the old man, maybe he's got a soft heart under those rags. He actually relents, lets him stay the night in a corner, gives him some food. Things are looking up.
Finally, a break. A moment of peace.
A very short moment. Because at dawn, everything just explodes. He's woken up by this incredible noise, a huge clamor right outside.
What is it?
He runs out, and there's this massive fight going on. A huge black bull and a beautiful stag just going at it.
Wow. And not just any fight, right? The sources make it sound intense.
Oh, absolutely. The ground is shaking. The air is filled with bellowing and screaming. It's terrifying. This isn't just animals fighting. You can feel there's something else going on, something magical.
And how does it bend?
It goes on for a while, back and forth, really uncertain. You get the sense of, these powerful forces clashing. But finally, the stag manages to impale the black bull with its antlers.
Oof.
Yeah. The bull goes down. The stag finishes it off with a few more blows. It's decisive.
So the beautiful stag wins against the dark, scary bull.
Oh, yeah.
That feels significant.
It is significant. It's actually the pivotal moment for the whole curse that's driving this story. But the tailor doesn't know that yet.
Right. What does he get for witnessing this epic battle? A thank you.
Not quite. The stag, the victor, immediately turns, runs straight at the tailor, scoops him up onto its massive antlers, and just takes off. Like a rocket. The source says it felt like flying fleas or divan.
You're kidding! He gets kidnapped by the stag.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Talk about going from the frying pan into the fire. 1 minute he's anchored by his iron. The next he's airborne on the horns of a magical deer. He just has to hang on for dear life.
Where does it take him?
They race over everything.
Yeah.
Rocks, hills, valleys at this terrifying speed until they reach a sheer rock wall. A Filzen wand.
A dead end.
Seems like it. But the stag stops, rears back, and slams its antlers against a specific spot on the rock face.
Yeah.
A door springs open with this blast of fire, then steam, and then the stag just vanishes. Poof, gone.
Just leaves him there?
Yep. Leaves the tailor standing alone, completely bewildered at the entrance to, well, who knows what, some kind of hidden place inside the rock.
Okay, so what does he do? Run. I might run.
He thinks about it, but then this voice booms out from inside the rock, tells him to enter, not to be afraid, promises him safety.
That disembodied voice.
Right.
Standard.
Huh. Yeah. And something compels him, maybe curiosity, maybe fate. He obeys. He goes in.
What's inside?
He enters this upper hall, and it's stunning. The ceiling, walls, floor, all made of these shining, polished square stones. And each stone has strange symbols engraved on it. Unknown signs.
So clearly a place of magic or something ancient.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It feels potent. But before he can even really take it in, the voice speaks again.
What does it say this time?
It tells him to step onto the stone, right in the middle of the floor. And it promises him great fortune if he does.
This tailor has some serious courage stepping onto mystery stones on command.
He really does. He could have turned back at any point, but he keeps going. He steps onto the stone.
And down he goes.
Slowly. The stone sinks smoothly into the depths, carrying him down to a lower hall.
Another hall. What's this one like?
Just as big as the first, but maybe even more wondrous. And this is where we see the mechanics of the curse laid bare. The walls have niches, and in these niches are rows of transparent glass vessels. Some have colored liquids, spirits maybe, but others just contain bluish smoke.
Loose smoke in bottles. Okay.
Weird. Very weird. And then, on the floor are the main items. 2 large glass chests. Glass boxes or caston.
And these chests contain.
Let's take the first one. He looks inside, and it's a miniature castle. Perfectly crafted, like exquisitely detailed. With tiny farm buildings, stables, barns, the whole estate, shrunk down.
Whoa, someone's entire world just miniaturized in a box.
Exactly. It's a chilling display of power, isn't it? The sorcerer didn't just want to destroy, he wanted to contain, to possess.
That makes sense. Total control. What's in the second chest? The namesake, I assume.
That's the one. They're glazerny sarg, the glass coffin, and inside is a girl. Unbelievably beautiful, apparently asleep, with long blonde hair wrapped around her like a shroud.
Is she alive or just preserved?
Alive. There's this tiny crucial detail. A ribbon on her chest is moving ever so slightly with her breath. So she's enchanted, trapped, but alive, waiting.
Waiting for it.
It seems so, because as he's watching, her eyes flutter open, and she sees him, and there's this instant recognition.
She knows who he is.
Immediately. She calls him her long-awaited redeemer, and, get this, her heaven-destined husband.
Wow, talk about cutting to the chase. No pressure, Taylor.
Right. And she doesn't ask. She tells him, slide the bolt, she says. The regal, free me.
And does he?
He does. He's kind of caught up in the destiny of it all now, I think. He slides the bolt, opens the coffin.
So she's free. What happens then? Does she explain what on earth is going on?
She does. When she's, gathered herself, she tells him the whole story. She's the daughter of a wealthy count, grew up with her older brother. They were incredibly close.
Okay.
So close and shared so many interests. They actually decided, pretty unconventionally, that neither of them would ever marry. They'd just stay together and run the estate.
Challenging tradition. Maybe that attracted trouble.
It seems like it, because trouble arrived one evening in the form of this charming stranger asking for lodging.
The classic charming stranger. Never good.
Never good. He stays a few days, totally wins over the brother. But the sister, she's suspicious.
Good instincts.
Turns out he's a sorcerer, and one night he makes his move. He wakes her up with this beautiful magical music. Then even though her door is locked tight, he just appears in her room.
Creepy and powerful.
Very. She tries to scream, but he paralyzes her. The source says he put an alk on her chest, like a nightmare weight. She couldn't make a sound.
Terrifying. Why? What did he want?
He wanted to marry her.
Her.
But she was completely repulsed by his magic, his dark arts. So she stayed silent, unable to speak anyway.
And he took that as rejection.
He took it as pride, flew into a rage, swore he'd get his revenge.
Okay, so how did the curse unfold? The coffin, the stag.
The next morning, it started. Her brother was missing. She looked out and saw the sorcerer leading that beautiful stag on a leash.
Same stag from the fight.
The very same. She saw tears flowing from its eyes, and she knew. Instantly, her brother was the stag.
Oh, horrible. What did she do?
She confronted the sorcerer, the Schwarzkünstler, the black sorcerer. She actually had a pistol and fired it at him.
Did it work?
Nope. The bullet just bounced off his chest, completely harmless to him. But tragically, it ricocheted and killed her horse. The shock knocked her unconscious.
And when she woke up?
She was in the glass coffin. The sorcerer appeared, gloated about his revenge. Brother turned into a stag. Castle shrunk into that chest. All her servants turned into that blue smoke in the glass vessels.
Wow. So he bottled up her entire life.
Pretty much. He offered again, marry me, and I'll undo it all. She refused again, and that's how she stayed, until the tailor arrived.
But wait, the fight the tailor saw? The stag killing the bull?
Ah, yes. The Countess explains that too. That was her brother, as the stag, fighting the sorcerer. The sorcerer had taken the form of the black bull for the battle.
So her brother actually defeated the sorcerer.
He did. By killing the bull, he broke the sorcerer's power, the main magical hold of the curse.
But things didn't go back to normal automatically.
No. The curse was broken, fundamentally, by her brother's action. But reversing the physical enchantments, putting everything back, that needed an outside force, a redeemer.
The tailor, the guy who showed up at the right forge with luck on his side?
Exactly. He was the key to unlocking the restoration.
So what do they do now? They're in the lower hall with the empty coffin and the bottled servants.
Right. So the Countess, knowing exactly what needs doing, tells the tailor, lift up that first chest, the one with the miniature castle.
Okay.
They take it over that stone platform he came down on.
The elevator stone.
Yeah, the magic elevator stone. He lifts them back up to the upper hall.
And then
the Countess opens the chest.
Yeah.
And the magic just happens. Instantly. The tiny castle, the houses, the farms, they all just start stretching, growing, expanding back to their normal full size right there in the hall.
That must have been incredible to watch.
The source calls it a truly marvelous sight. An entire world unfolding from a box.
Okay. Castle restored. What about the people? The blue smoke.
Back down they go. To the lower hall, to those glass vessels. They start opening them, one by one.
And the smoke
pours out and instantly reforms into living people. All her servants, back to normal, probably very confused but relieved.
The whole household restored. Amazing.
And just as they finish, the final piece clicks into place.
Which is?
The brother walks in. No longer a stag, fully human again, having defeated the sorcerer bull out in the forest. He finds his sister.
The family reunited.
A complete restoration. Everything the sorcerer did, undone.
And the tailor, our accidental hero. What's his reward for stumbling into all this?
Well, the Countess is true to her word. Remember what she called him? Her heaven-destined husband.
Ah, right.
They got married that very same day.
Wow. No engagement period then. Just straight from journeyman tailor, lost in the woods to married to the Countess he just rescued.
Talk about a swift promotion. He went from using his iron to avoid falling out of a tree to running a castle. All because he was there, basically. He showed up, showed some courage, and was present when the curse needed that final push.
It really brings us back to the beginning, doesn't it? The story says success needs luck, gloops, and the right place, the rechte Schmiede. He definitely found the right place, even if by getting lost, and he certainly seems lucky. But tracing his steps, charming the old man, facing the noise, obeying the voice, stepping onto the sinking stone, was that just random luck?
Or, as the Countess herself implies, was it guided? Was he led there by Gütige Himmel, by a benevolent heaven, fulfilled a preordained role?
If destiny was guiding him, how much did his own actions, his courage, his practicality actually matter? Was success guaranteed once he entered the forest?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
And it leaves us with something for you, the listener, to think about. The tailor faced all these terrifying, seemingly random events being carried off by a stag, voices in the dark, sinking stones.
Yeah, definitely not your average day.
Right. So the question is, when you face those kinds of overwhelming, unexpected challenges in your own life, how much is just random chaos hitting you? And how much might actually be a necessary, maybe even unavoidable step on the path?
A step towards some unexpected, maybe even deeply desired outcome you couldn't have predicted.
Exactly. Maybe those moments where you feel completely lost or utterly thrown off course, maybe that's when you've actually stumbled into your own version of the right forge, something to mull over.